Now, most of you already know the kind of deliveries that NIO produced for the month of August, and I must say that though to some others, maybe they were hoping NIO to deliver more cars than what they actually delivered, to some other retail investors, this is a good progress on NIO, because as I said on the video discussing those deliveries, ladies and gents, NIO, for the very first time we saw them delivering over 10,000 vehicles for the past 3 months. So NIO has been consistent in terms of delivering over 10,000 cars in the past 3 months, which is something that I personally believe that it is a very good thing, that I personally think that investors must really be happy about. Now with that, you know that this coming Wednesday, NIO will be giving us their Q2 earnings, and boy, I must say that I'm really patiently looking forward to see what NIO will talk about, other developments, and actually what is it that we can expect NIO to produce in terms of the delivery for the entire Q3. So I'm really excited, and I'm confident that NIO for the Q3, or for the deliveries of the Q3, I personally believe that they are going to, for the very first time, pass or exceed 30,000 deliveries, which is something that we have never seen ever since NIO's existence, which is something that shows, or that must show you, that there is progress. NIO is set to do very well, and the chances of NIO not able to deliver 10,000 deliveries even for the month of September are very slim, looking at the production capacity, looking at the fact that even the supply chains bottlenecks or constraints that we're seeing on some of the parts that NIO uses to manufacture their cars is getting better and better, as said by the China Passengers Association. This is one of the things that makes me to be bullish, remain confident that NIO, even for the month of September, is going to deliver over 10,000 vehicles, and that will mean, or that will make NIO to have delivered over 30,000 vehicles for the Q3 of 2022, which is something that, like I said, it is amazing and showing us, or has to show you and me as retail investors, or those people that are investing into NIO, that NIO continues to grow stronger and stronger. And this, ladies and gents, is one of the things that must make you to remain bullish, stay long. Now, as I've said, this coming Wednesday, we are exactly going to see or get the guidance from NIO as to what is it that they expect to obviously deliver for the Q3 of 2022. And I must say that the guidance is one of the things that, of course, as investors, we really want to see what NIO will say about that. But otherwise, we also want to see how close is NIO is from becoming profitable. We want to see if really they are getting closer and closer to that profitability stage. We also want to see the kind of revenues that they've generated. And personally, in my opinion, I personally believe that NIO will deliver or report better revenues or higher revenues than the revenues they reported in the Q1 of 2022. Though the cars or the kind of deliveries they produced for the Q2 were lower than the deliveries they produced in Q1 of 2022. Reason being, of course, in Q2 of 2022, that's where we saw NIO starting with the deliveries of the ET7. And you must know, if you're a NIO investor by now, that the ET7 is one of the most expensive models that NIO is selling right now, meaning that even when it comes to the revenue they generate per car, it is much higher, or it's higher than the most vehicles that NIO is currently selling. Now, of course, before we get deep into the topic of what is it that we can expect on the upcoming Q2 earnings that NIO plans to announce or report this coming Wednesday, you already know that this video is just an entertainment video and not a professional financial advice video. Now, I really appreciate if you can just hit that like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Now, as I've said, I'm very excited that NIO will be giving us their Q2 earnings results, because there we are going to not only see NEO giving us their revenues or the revenues they generated for their Q2, but we are also going to get to see NEO, of course, giving us the guidance for the Q3. And like I said, or like I'm telling you, I personally believe that NEO is going to beat or is going to come and announce a guidance that is over 30,000 deliveries, which is a good thing, like I said, because we have never seen NEO delivering over 30,000 vehicles in a quarter, which is something that is always a bullish move or a bullish thing when you are investing into a stock or EV stocks like NEO. Now, it is also important that, of course, with the earnings, you go and have a look at what is it that analysts are expecting NEO to produce. What is it that analysts are expecting NEO to produce in terms of the total revenues and the earnings per share? And as seen on the screen, you notice that in terms of the earnings per share or EPS, analysts are expecting NEO to report or deliver an EPS of negative 0.16 RMB or Chinese yen, which obviously I personally believe that because of the ET7, we can easily maybe see NEO beating or managing to beat this. And with the total revenues, they are expecting NEO to report total revenues of around 9.67 billion RMB or Chinese yen, which is also, I personally believe that due to the ET7, NEO can easily report total revenues of around 10 billion RMB or Chinese yen, which will be record breaking revenues per quarter that NEO has ever delivered. Now this, like I said, makes me to remain bullish, stay strong onto this NEO stock. Yes, I know that some of the retail investors or some of the people that are investing into NEO, they are expecting NEO to obviously start delivering more vehicles. I remember on the streets of Twitter, I was seeing some retail investors indicating that they are wishing to see NEO deliver or starting delivering over 15,000 vehicles on a month to month, which is one of the things that I personally think that we'll start seeing from the month of October, because in September, you remember that the NEO Park is starting with the deliveries of the ET5. And I personally believe that since, of course, this opening of the NEO Park is or the delivery from the NEO Park will start on the 30th of September, we'll sort of like get the kick in or the real feel of NEO Park in the month of October, which is something that is incredible and something that must motivate you as the retail investor, because one way or the other, this is a company that is just set to do very well. I mean, with NEO Park, I mean, you remember that with NEO Park, we're expecting NEO to finish the year with the production at NEO Park at 300,000, and of course with another 300,000 from the Jet NEO factory, which is the factory that is currently producing most of the NEO cars. I personally believe that NEO will finish the year really good or really well, and those of you that want to see NEO delivering over 15,000 vehicles, chances are very high that we might start seeing that number or getting to see NEO delivering over 15,000 deliveries from October going forward. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I remain bullish, stay strong and long onto this NEO stock, because I know that these probably short-term headwinds of supply chain constraints, these short-term headwinds that, by the way, is fading away of delisting, should be over soon, and we are going to see NEO delivering the cars, more cars. We are going to see NEO trading at a much better share price, because with the delisting fears or delisting news, you'll know that these are some of the news that were hurting the NEO share price. And I believe that once we get, of course, the implementation of the agreement that the Chinese and the US regulators announced or concluded last week, then we can easily see, obviously, NEO share price also recovering. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I should just give you this quick update as to what is it that we can expect from the upcoming Q2 earnings that NEO will give to us or report to us on Wednesday. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click the notification bell so that at least YouTube can notify you every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And before you load the boat, increase your holdings onto this NEO stock, please do make sure that you do your own due diligence so that at least you can be comfortable when you see, of course, the share price of NIO going up sharply, then dropping again sharply. You can easily remain calm and not panic sell your NIO shares. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I will see you in my next video, and God bless you all.